Are you tired of ending up 6 feet in the ground before your favorite one-chunker's grandchild completes their map? Introducing Chunk of Ice, the melt-in-your-mouth free-to-play chunk man that will likely complete his one-chunk journey in your lifetime, knock on wood. Last time on Chunk of Ice. 32 mining. Whoop-de-freaking-do. Yeah, that little clip cracked me up so many times while editing the last video. It's just so stupid and a great reflection of my personality. Anyway, last episode we got 14 mining to mine Baronite, unlocked the 10% mining buff, got 2 best in slot items, the Iron Dagger and Red Cape, unlocked fishing via an Evil Bob random, unlocked woodcutting with a bronze axe drop from goblins, and started acquiring bronze bars from dwarves to work toward 14 smithing to break down Baronite deposits. Now we're going to do our first vault runs to go for a steel pickaxe, the best we can get, and any armor or weapon upgrades to help with the bronze bar grind. The vault requires 750 Baronite shards to enter, and you get 1 minute to loot and get out. If you don't make it out in time, you lose all the boxes you picked up during that run. The Camdozaal Vault has a static layout, but it's randomized every time you go in. There are barriers throughout the maze, blue passable barriers and yellow impassable ones. But these are randomized each run. This means the optimal path through the maze will differ every time, so luck is a factor in the number of each box you can obtain. There are 6 places where a simple lockbox could spawn, and 4 where elaborate boxes can spawn. However, only 1 to 5 simple and 2 to 3 elaborate spawn each time. At the very back of the vault, 3 ornate lockboxes always spawn, but 1 will always be behind an impassable barrier, so the max is 2 per maze. Until we get a steel pickaxe, we'll be focusing on elaborate boxes. This is an example of the path I'd take for those. After that, ornate boxes will be our focus for adamant armor pieces as they have the best drop rate. And this is the path I'd take for those. So the strategy would be to go for those first, and then on the way back, judge how much time you have left and pick up any nearby boxes that you can. So to show you how luck is a factor, this is an example of one of the worst paths you could get. It takes you on a reverse S shape through the maze. You may not even have time to get an ornate box with this layout. And this is an example of probably the absolute best path. If pathing and lockbox spawning luck align on this path, you could get 2 ornate, 2 elaborate, and 3 simple lockboxes in 1 run. Whereas in other mazes, you might only be able to get 1 ornate box and nothing else. Quick recap of the chunk tasks. Pause if you want a closer look. Skilling tasks look quite tame. The grind that makes this a monster of a chunk is getting all the adamant armor from the vault, best in slot gear progress, and still need all the Camdozaal collection log items plus this thing. To avoid too much exposition, I'll go over the vault's loot table in more detail in the next video. This video is about getting the steel pickaxe. We're starting out with 3 vault runs, and I'll be tracking total runs and shards used throughout the series. From a brief test on an account with 85 mining, where I mined and smithed a full inventory of 26 Baronite deposits, the results were: bronze pickaxe nets you about 2 maze runs per hour and 2.3k smithing XP. Steel pickaxe nets you about 2.6 maze runs per hour and 2.5k smithing XP. And rune pickaxe nets you 4.4 maze runs per hour and about 5.5k smithing XP. And a bit of spoiler data from future me, I've averaged the following loot per maze run: 0.6 simple, 0.5 elaborate, and 1 ornate lockbox per maze run. The drop rate of adamant armor pieces is 1 in 816.7 from ornate boxes. So let's pretend I need to do 1,000 maze runs to get everything I need. With a bronze pickaxe, that's about 490 hours, steel 385, and rune 225 hours. But remember, those rates come from having 85 mining and the ability to pay attention the whole time, of which I have neither. So Camdozaal's a bit of a monster of a grind for a chunk account, and it's funny that if you started in anywhere else in free-to-play, you'd likely avoid this grind altogether because you get everything you need before getting into Camdozaal itself. Alright, take a gander at my first loot from these lockboxes. Impressive, huh? Wizard hat, best in slot actually. Steel axe. Best in slot wood cutting tool. Halfway done with that chunk task. Nature runes also cool. We'll be able to use these for superheating eventually. Trying my luck at killing bears, but not going great. Gonna have to wait till I get more armor. And let's do our task to chop with a steel axe. 2 more maze runs stored. Let's see what we get. Black square shield, nice defense upgrade. And the next run, unfortunately, we did not make it out in time, so we lost the loot. In some sense, 30 minutes of mining gone to waste, but at least I got some XP. Alright, this will be vault runs 6, 7, and 8. I just tried to mark things with object markers. I had to do them all individually. I'm not sure if this is gonna work or be helpful, but let's go in and see. Okay, so I can mark them when they're empty, and then that'll show me all the empty ones highlighted, but I can't mark the boxes themselves reliably. Ooh, steel plate skirt. A lot of iron ore, another steel axe, but no steel pickaxe. I'm heavy now. At least I got more than a minute of run energy. Alright, so the goal now would be to mark any empty pedestals I see towards the back. Alright, simple gets me that. Still nothing good. Don't even have a tinderbox yet. Last run. Dude, this is the worst. I don't think I'm gonna make this one. Ah, it's so disappointing. I've wasted 1,500 shards already. At least I got some armor now. Imp. 20 defense for mithril armor. Got our grapes for our 35 cooking task. Bronze Thar. Best in slot. Look at me. Look at me. Right, let's see how we do at flawed golems. Base 20 melees, by the way. Okay, these are doable now, but not worth it. They don't drop any runes or rune crafting cores, which are essentially worth 10 rune essence in 1 inventory slot. And the Baronite Guard drop rate is worse than Mind and Body Golems. Let's try Mind Golems now. Okay, never mind. Okay, we have enough bars for our first smithing level. And it was this moment I realized I could have smithed my own bronze axe instead of getting it from goblins. 2 smithing. Just 5 more bars to the next level, still waiting to use the lamps. Here's our tinderbox from imps. Cooking and fire making unlocked. We are moving up in the world. Vault runs 9 and 10 coming up. Hopefully I don't mess these ones up. Nice, 2 elaborates. Easy. Oh, that was my best run yet. Another steel axe. Blue wizard robe. That's new. Okay, simple. Still no tinderbox. Well, at least I got one from an imp. Another steel axe, jeez. So with the 10 vault runs and 1 mining buff unlock, I've officially used 10,000 Baronite shards. And that only took me, a day and 2 hours of playtime. I am just itching to get a steel pickaxe, so I'm trying just 1 run. Looks like I have time for an ornate. Okay, well, better than I expected. Ah, still nothing. I think the silver bars are new, and the wizard hat, the black wizard hat's new. Oh, I was just looking at my chunk picker and saw there's a crack the clue step here. If you shrug and cheer, something happens. To get a piece of armor, but that didn't work. Let's try up here. Rug. Here we go. Nice. So this is like, the stats are like an iron chain body, but like almost twice as heavy. I'll take it though. I will take it. I got it finally. Mind talisman. First step to unlocking rune crafting. Nice. Alright, I want to see how I do against a bear now. These are doable. So I can start getting my cooking up. One thing I was wondering is, can I light a fire in Camdozaal? No. Drat. 3 smithing. I'll use my lamps now. And 4 smithing. 10 more levels to go. Adding 5 more vault runs here. It's not a good maze, this one. It's not a good maze. Or better than I thought. Alright, Daddy needs a steel pickaxe. No way, awesome! Yes! Oh, there's my tinderbox that I don't need anymore. Alright, in that case, I'm gonna stop with the maze running. Great. Thank you to everyone who supported me on the first video. Hope you enjoyed episode 2 as well. Please like, subscribe, and drop a comment if you like. I'll be trying to get a video out at least every 2 weeks until I run out of footage. See you in the next one.